Welcome back, everyone. Today, we will have a look at India's recent industrial survey, part of the Economic Survey 2024. Imagine a bustling marketplace where every stall represents a different sector of the economy. Some stalls are thriving with eager customers, while others are quieter than usual. The common myths about the industry are that the growth has stagnated. The small and medium industry receives no support and is dying. There is no employment generation and there is no growth. Is this the truth really? Let us look at the data and the story behind it. We will uncover the truth and also discover the reality and find out what is the real outlook for this important part of the economy. We are also pleased to inform you that we will start presenting quarterly updates on various industries, covering a few prominent companies, field surveys, and significant original research. Please watch out for further updates. Let's start our journey with the key highlights of the survey and see what stories these numbers tell. Overall industrial growth. Industrial growth in FY24 was robust, with the sector's GVA at constant prices being 25% higher than pre-COVID FY20 levels. This reflects a broad-based recovery supported by greater credit offtake, capital formation, and a supportive policy framework. Industrial growth of 9.5% in FY24 supported the 8.2% overall economic growth, reflecting the broad-based acceleration of industrial output. Manufacturing and construction. Manufacturing and construction led the industrial growth, with both sectors achieving near double-digit growth rates in FY24. Industrial subsector growth. The growth rates for the various industrial subsectors were positive, as exhibited by mining and quarrying, electricity and water supply, and construction. Further, the manufacturing subsector sustained expansion indicated by HSBC India's PMI consistently above 50. Sectoral composition changes. Consumer-oriented industries like automobiles, wood products, furniture, and pharmaceuticals gained output share, while production-oriented sectors like machinery, chemicals, non-metallic minerals, and rubber and plastic products also saw growth. Conversely, sectors like petroleum products, textiles and beverage, and tobacco experienced a gradual decrease in output share. Industrialization was held in check by the absence of physical infrastructure and logistics, as well as intrusive and cumbersome licensing requirements on capacity creation and expansion. Now let's move on to performance of key sectors. Cement industry, building the future. Production and capacity. The cement industry in India has a current annual installed capacity of about 622 million tons, with a production of around 427 million tons in FY24. The industry has a capacity utilization rate of approximately 60 to 65% in recent years, adequate enough to meet the domestic cement demand. Domestic consumption. Domestic cement consumption in India is around 260 kilograms per capita against a global average of 540 kilograms per capita, indicating potential for growth. The industry is working on reducing greenhouse gas emissions with an estimated reduction to 0.56 CO2 per ton of cement in 2023. The cement industry is mainly driven by robust infrastructure and urbanization, which must be the main focus of the government. Steel sector. Iron and steel account for roughly 47% of the total inputs used in the building and construction industry. Additionally, steel is essential for manufacturing machinery and consumer products. During FY24, the steel sector reached record levels of both production and consumption. India became a net exporter of finished steel in recent years. In FY24, India started as a net exporter but turned into a net importer in Q2 and Q3 due to price differentials between international and domestic markets. Import dependence on coking coal, an essential raw material for steel production, increased from 56.1 MT in FY23 to 58.1 MT in FY24. Now let's move on to the coal sector. Coal production in India was 997.2 million tons in FY24, with imports of 261 MT and consumption of 1,233.86 MT. The ratio of domestic production to consumption improved, indicating reduced import dependence. Recent initiatives in the coal sector include the government's target to gasify 100 million tons of coal by 2030, an 8,500 crore viability gap funding scheme for coal gasification projects, and the launch of an integrated coal logistics policy. Coal India Limited aims to set up 3,000 megawatt of renewable power capacity by 2025-26 and enhance coal handling efficiency through first-mile connectivity projects. However, challenges persist with technological limitations, procedural complexities, and import dependency. Opportunities lie in adopting cleaner coal technologies and tapping into green energy sources like coal mine methane and coal bed methane to ensure sustainable growth in the sector. Manufacturing and construction. India faces challenges in growing its manufacturing base, including the need for deregulation and increased investment in R&D. The GST has helped create a single market for several commodities, enabling manufacturing at scale. Major consumer-oriented industries. Pharmaceutical. India's pharmaceutical industry, often referred to as the pharmacy of the world, is valued at $50 billion and is the world's third largest by volume. The industry boasts a diversified product base, including generic drugs, active pharmaceutical ingredients, bulk drugs, over-the-counter drugs, vaccines, biologics, and biosimilars. With around 60,000 generic brands across 60 therapeutic categories, India accounts for 20% of global generic drug exports by volume. The country is home to 8 of the top 20 global generic pharmaceutical companies. The CAGR of import of bulk drugs between FY22 and FY24 was 2.3%, as compared to the CAGR of 5.9% in their export. India has become a net exporter of bulk drugs. India's pharmaceutical sector maintains high-quality standards with 703 US FDA-approved facilities, 386 European GMP-compliant plants, and 241 WHO GMP-approved plants. The sector's regulatory framework has been further strengthened with revised manufacturing rules under Schedule M, aligning with global standards. Textile industry navigating challenges. The textile industry contributed rupees 3.77 lakh crore to the gross value added in FY23. This sector includes the manufacturing of apparel and covers a comprehensive value chain from raw materials to final products. In FY24, the export of textiles and apparel, including handicrafts, increased by 1%, reaching rupees 2.97 lakh crore. The sector is diversified, with ready-made garments accounting for the largest share in the total exports in FY24, with exports of rupees 1.2 lakh crore, followed by cotton textiles and man-made textiles. The industry faces several challenges, including fragmentation, reliance on imported machinery, and inadequate skilled manpower. To address these challenges, the government has initiated several measures, such as establishing PM Mitra Parks, approving a production-linked incentive scheme, and launching the National Technical Textiles Mission. Electronic industry, powering the future. Since 2014, the sector has expanded notably, capturing 3.7% of the global market share by FY22 and contributing 4% to India's GDP. The domestic production of electronic items reached 8.22 lakh crore rupees, with exports rising to rupees 1.9 lakh crore in FY23. Key drivers of this growth include government initiatives such as the production-linked incentive schemes, which have attracted substantial investments and encouraged the establishment of manufacturing facilities by both foreign and domestic companies. The PLI scheme focuses on large-scale electronics manufacturing, IT hardware, and electronic components and semiconductors. These initiatives have led to a compound annual growth rate of 16.19% in electronics production from FY18 to FY23, with exports increasing by 35.7% during the same period. Automotive industry. The Indian automotive industry, including major global manufacturers and a robust auto component sector, faced challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic, which slowed growth and demand. However, by FY24, production reached around 4.9 million passenger vehicles, 21.47 million two-wheelers, and 1.07 million commercial vehicles. Government initiatives like the PLI scheme and National Program on ACC battery storage are supporting the industry's recovery and focusing on electric mobility and advanced technology. The charts indicates that cars and utility vehicles, three-wheelers, two-wheelers, and commercial vehicles are currently expanding as seen in the growth rates of recent years. In FY24, the country produced approximately 49 lakh passenger vehicles, 9.9 lakh three-wheelers, 214.7 lakh two-wheelers, and 10.7 lakh commercial vehicles. Production-linked incentive scheme. The Production-Linked Incentive Scheme PLI is designed to boost domestic manufacturing and attract large investments in specified sectors. The scheme aims to increase production, enhance exports, and create jobs, with the ultimate goal of transforming India into a global manufacturing hub. By offering financial incentives based on incremental sales, the PLI scheme encourages companies to scale up their production capacities and integrate more deeply into global supply chains. Key sectors targeted by the scheme include electronics, pharmaceuticals, and automotive components, among others, reflecting the government's strategic focus on areas with significant growth potential and global demand. Micro, small, and medium enterprises. The micro, small, and medium enterprises sector is a crucial part of India's economy. In FY22, MSMEs contributed 35.4% to India's manufacturing output. The export share of MSME specified products was 45.7% in 2023-24. The number of unincorporated enterprises grew by 5.9% from October 2022 to September 2023. The Udyam registration portal has registered 4.69 crore MSMEs facilitating benefits like priority sector lending. The Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises has been pivotal, with significant growth in credit guarantees. Central Public Sector Enterprises. As of March 31, 2023, there were 254 operational central public sector enterprises, with 66% operating in the service sector and the remainder in manufacturing, processing, generation, and mining and exploration. CPSEs showed stronger financial performance in FY23 and FY24, with a total market capitalization of Rs 16.69 lakh crore for 63 CPSEs traded on Indian stock exchanges, marking a 7.95% increase from the previous year. The overall net profit of operating CPSEs in FY23 was Rs 2.12 lakh crore. The number of profit-making CPSEs improved, rising from 178 in FY19 to 193 in FY23. Industrial credit. Industrial credit growth is influenced by economic cycles, availability and cost of bank funds, the financial health of industrial enterprises, and the risk appetite of the banking system. After a pandemic-induced slowdown in FY21, industrial credit rebounded strongly. In FY23, credit growth was predominantly driven by large industries despite a decline in credit to certain sectors. Industrial R&D and innovation. Public sector involvement in core manufacturing and industrial R&D is minimal, contributing to only 7% of industrial R&D. The Global Innovation Index 2023 indicates the US as the leader in corporate R&D, followed by China and Germany, with India showing significant progress among middle-income countries. Industrial R&D in India is highly concentrated, with the top 5 sectors accounting for over 70% of total R&D expenditure. Over the past decade, the Indian industrial landscape has undergone remarkable transformations. Industries such as chemicals, pharmaceuticals, transport equipment, steel, and machinery have experienced substantial growth, while traditional sectors like textiles and beverages have seen declines. The export import balance varies widely across sectors. Steel, pharmaceuticals, and automobiles have been consistent net exporters, while sectors like coal and chemicals continue to rely heavily on imports. Looking ahead, the medium term outlook for capital goods and construction inputs like steel and cement is promising, driven by increased private sector capital formation and robust infrastructure development. However, global uncertainties and reliance on imported inputs pose challenges. Enhancing domestic production capabilities and securing supply chains will be crucial. Government initiatives to improve the ease of doing business and reduce compliance burdens have already attracted significant investments and boosted industrial growth. Further progress will depend on incentivizing R&D, improving workforce skills, and addressing supply chain and market access issues, particularly for MSMEs. In conclusion, while the Indian industrial sector faces challenges, the future is bright. With strategic initiatives and continued innovation, India is poised to become a global manufacturing powerhouse. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the industrial world. See you in the next video.